Card games are a great representative of life. In fact, the two go hand in hand. You see, at one time or another, most people sit down and have a game of cards, and at one time or another, most people get off their butts and have a go at life. I'd like to think that both are made up of three different types of players.
First are the people who think life is about luck. You know, the guys who are happy if they get a pair. Secondly are those who think they have a strategy, but are really just banking on luck. These are the true fodder of the game strategists, the analysts, who let them think they have the game down pat. They win the first few hands, make some easy cash, and then they spend the rest of the night giving their money back to the real players. Thing is, they can't get up and leave. They'll win them before. Meet Tommy. When Tommy got up to have his go at life, he took a seat at the pokies and never looked back. See, Tommy likes to think he's got a strategy to beat him. Put $1 in a machine and play 100 1-cent bets. If it doesn't pull feature, then bet big.
Because every hit is one close to the feature.
Bullshit.
Irish doesn't have a bar of that. When he sees a machine, he sees exactly that. Computers processing different ways to take his money. Nah, he'd much rather put his faith in a horse. You can find Irish down at the local tab any day of the week, checking the reports, patronising the bookie, and feeling the rush of winning 20 times your life savings off a hot tip. You think he'd quit while he was ahead.
Bit ball from the sixth. 50 on the nose. Beauty. See you, mate. How are those horses treating you? Got a hot tip. How do you know it's a hot tip? Care for the trainer.
Well, I reckon. Higher the risk, higher the reward. But I'll get back to that later. Last and least, we find Suede, a true strategist stuck in a low life's body. He's got the ability to go far, but he'd rather milk yobbos for some quick and easy money. Whenever he wins a bet, you know it's big enough to cover the ones he's lost and his weekly habits. And as the card game moves on and everyone's hands are revealed, the same happens in life. Whether you believe it's luck or strategy, you can't hide from the fact that one day you're going to have to show your cards. Tommy bet big and lost bigger. He's been 1 cent closer to the big one each time, and 1 cent further into bankruptcy. Irish was right that a horse wasn't smart enough to take his money, but a bookie is. Irish bet it all on another hot tip, and as the old saying goes, when you play with hot things...
Come with four. Didn't come in, lost it all.
You did what?
Like I said, risk versus reward, no matter what we're gambling on.
Everybody down!
Suede had the skills, but he also had the addiction. Too bad he couldn't gamble his way out of that one.
You see, the point is that whether you sit down to have a game of cards or you get up to have a go at life, you're eventually going to have to show your hand. It all depends on the risk you take. But remember, the higher you go, the harder you fall. If you go too high, you might never come down.
Wait or stay. Say you hate a go. You missed out on him tonight.